Well, let's talk now to Dr. Zeno Leoni, who's a military expert at the Defence Studies Department of King's College London. Welcome to the programme. Thanks for joining us. Firstly, earlier, the US Pentagon said that most Russian forces had left Mariupol now. Is this a sign, then, that they've nearly achieved their aims, or are those troops just needed elsewhere?
I think both statements are possible. They make sense if considered together. So on the one hand, in Mariupol, Russia has had control of the city for several days now, and currently there are its special forces trying to attack the Azovstal area. And so it makes sense for Russia to move its regular forces in the Donbas, where Russia is trying to win a conflict in an area that is still contested. And as we've heard from your bulletin a few seconds ago, there is fighting going on between the south of Izium and the north of Donetsk, especially as the Ukrainians have been making some tactical counteroffensives in there. So this will keep the Russians busy for a few more days at the very least.
So lots of talk around about May the 9th, which is Victory Day in Russia, when Russia would potentially want to declare some kind of military success. What shape do you see that taking?
I think it depends what we mean by victory. If we mean victory as the end of the war, I don't think this is absolutely possible. That wouldn't make any sense. But if by victory we mean Russia celebrating the fact that it has consolidated its control of the Donbas, and above all that it has managed to build that land bridge between eastern Ukraine and Crimea, that is absolutely possible within Putin's reach, especially as a parade like the one that we will see on May 9 will probably be aimed at a domestic audience. So I don't see why this wouldn't be possible at this point.
And US media reporting that it provided intelligence to Ukraine, which led to the sinking of its warship, Russia's warship, the Moskva. How significant is that?
Well, I think it confirms a trend that we've seen constantly throughout this war and even before the war, and the fact that the US not only has been very close to Ukraine providing heavy weapons, but also providing constant intelligence. And we've seen that even at the start of the conflict, when Russia entered Ukraine, and actually they found a country much more prepared than they expected. And that was also thanks to the intelligence provided by the US. I think it's still not confirmed whether the US has provided key intelligence for the killing of some Russian generals, but overall I think it's absolutely true. I mean, that was decisive for the conflict.
Okay, Dr. Zeno Leoni from King's College London, thanks very much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Robin.